WebSocket is communication protocol that provides ability of bidirectional communication between client and the server over single TCP connection. The problem it solves is that HTTP is purely request-response protocol, so that server cannot send messages without receiving client request in the first place. Still, there are a few techniques which can be used with HTTP to overcome that. First one is called long polling, in which client holds open request connection until new data is available and returned in response. Or it might just simply time out. In either case, the connection is closed afterwards. After that, procedure is repeated again, starting with a client request, which in turn opens a new TCP connection. Short polling is another technique in which client request updates from the server in fixed time intervals. So whenever new data is available, it's being returned as one of the responses. Downside of this approach is that for each new request, a new connection is established. At the same time, WebSocket enables full duplex interaction between client and the server with lower overhead than half-duplex alternatives like HTTP polling. Even though it's separate from HTTP protocol, still it's designed to be compatible. During WebSocket handshake, HTTP upgrade header is used to change protocol from HTTP to WebSocket. WebSocket protocol defines its own URL schema, VS for WebSocket and VSS for WebSocket Secure. After connection is established, client and the server are able to exchange messages with each other until someone closes the connection. Let's take a quick look into WebSocket's usage within a simple chat application example. What we have here is two windows with a chat page that provides ability to send message with specified username and message text. When message is sent, both participants receive it almost instantly. If we take a look into DevTools Network tab, there is initial HTTP GET request to the WebSockets with upgrade header specified, and appropriate response 101 that confirms protocol switching. At the same request in Messages tab, we can find raw messages being sent and received by our client during this session. On the backend side, VS Library and Express is used to host WebSocket server. This server is exposed in localhost port 8080. The code itself is event-based. Basically, it has subscriptions to three main events. Connection. This one is called whenever new client connects to the WebSocket endpoint. Message, as it says when new message is received. Close, when connection between server and client is closed. The main logic here goes under the message handler function. This function accepts input message data from the client and dispatches it back to him and all other clients with adding server calculated date property. Client-side instantiates WebSocket object with specified endpoint URL. Similarly to the server, there are several events that can be handled. On open, fires when client has successfully connected to the server. On error, whenever any error has happened. On close, when connection is closed. On message, client handler executed whenever new message is received. In our case, its main responsibility is to parse data and render new message on the screen. Whenever send button is clicked, new message is being sent using WebSocket client instance with passing author name and message text itself. That was the end of this video. Please let me know what do you think about it.